You know this world has gone insane. It is absolutely no secret. But tonight, Saturday night, you are about to experience the true measures of what that insanity can bring you. Tonight, you are about to see Bald and Bonkers, the one-of-a-kind show that delves deep into the world with no holds barred. Now, meet your host, Dakota Frandsen, specialist of the strange, and Crystal Moule, the UFO fanatic. Now, give it up, and let's see what these two idiots can bring you.
Well, I must admit, what do you think of that one, Sherry?
That is a really, really good intro. I love the ending bit as well.
I know.
I swear that did say what I thought it just said.
What?
It called you the I word. It's got these two eyes.
Two idiots. Two idiots. Yes, that's what they are. We're
Yeah.
idiots. We're mad, crazy things from beyond the stars. God knows what really sent us here, to be honest with you. Whoever was in charge that day must have made a big mistake.
Oh, I sometimes wonder.
I'll let the chat fill up a minute because there's nobody really in. There's 6 watching.
There's 5
the
people
new.
at the minute.
Let's see, 6 watching. Yeah.
But we've got quite. If you're just watching this, guys, we've got quite a lot to talk about tonight. This show tonight is really just for people to share their channels, people to come in. IMD in the chat, please share your channels out. And if you're new, give us a subscribe and tell us you're subscribed, and we'll give you a shout out. We can't say further than that, can we? A shout out live, you know, and it's going out into the ether, isn't it, Dakota? It's getting uploaded onto the podcast side.
Mm-hmm. The show does get broadcast out to over 40 different locations, with more on the way. So, free advertising. All you gotta do is follow us.
Aye. Plus,
no better deal.
Plus, Dakota's got some amazing news, haven't you, Dakota?
Oh, yes. Should we share that now, or should we hold off on that?
I don't know. I've always wanted a trap up there. Beyond. When you go?
I'll see. Hello.
So you might as well tell everybody when you go.
Yeah, well, we don't have really much else going on right now. So,
it fills up.
So not a lot of people may know this, but I am involved with several different companies, and some of those do involve space travel. And this morning, well, my time, an opportunity to participate a little bit more in one of those missions came forward. And I thought, as a token of my appreciation, we're going to send Bald and Bonkers to the moon.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll show it off real quick. Show the picture. Look at that.
Look at that. Off to the moon. Yeah, Sherry, I bet you've always wanted to go up there. You've probably been standing
to be honest, I've always heard that it's only the most important people that get up to get to do something like that. So yeah. I'm feeling pretty important and special at the minute. So yes.
Well,
feeling good.
What it is that there are several companies right now that are coming together to basically start pumping out, well, basically just to start getting human history off Earth. You know, this is something we've talked about before on some of the conspiracy side of things. Mm-hmm. Why are all these companies all of a sudden trying to get as much information about human history that we know about off the planet?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a select offering, only like 0.001% of the human population could contribute to this. You can basically put in anything you wanted. So we put in a nice little shout out to Bald and Bonkers with that nice little memorial picture, everybody's logos on it. So, if everything goes well and nothing blows up the moon,
don't
we will be remembered. There is a monument to us in outer space that will last for billions of years.
Well, I actually looked into it before I came online because I looked it up, how long it will last up there. They reckon if you buried a time capsule in the moon, with all the radiation, because there's no air, because there's no weather, you probably get about 9 or 10 billion years.
And there's not just the moon. They're trying to get out to further in the solar system. They're trying to get it on Mars. They're trying to get it on asteroids.
So
there's plenty more missions to come.
If us humans wipe ourselves out by sheer madness, right? One day an alien species will come across that time capsule and think, oh my God, who are these guys called Bald and Bonkers?
You also got to know there is also supposed to be a DNA bank that's going up there as well that yours truly is a part of.
Oh, I'd be like, so you're telling me in 9 billion years from now, the alien race will find you and clone you?
Yeah, I could end up having little clones of me running around.
Oh my God!
You don't already have.
Is it Dr. Evil? Or what was his name? Was it Dr. Evil? The guy going.
God.
Come on, you got to admit it's funny, guys. So, who's in the chat? There's somebody new. What's his name? Bubbles. MKUK. If you're new, give us a subscribe and we'll give your channel a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm not seeing anybody else in the chat. All I'm seeing is our names at the minute.
It takes a wee minute or two. I've got my phone up on this side. It's
oh, man. I'll check something real quick.
The StreamYard's been acting really weird lately.
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
But we've actually got quite a few really good shows coming, guys, next Friday. Sherry, do you want to tell everybody about your special show with Drew?
Well, me and my sister Drew are starting our first show with Bald and Bonkers. So we're going to be doing the Lost Magic show, which is where we're going to be talking about all of the strange and unknown to do with witchcraft. So helping you guys to look into maybe your paths if you're interested in joining, helping you to understand what witches are about, bringing the history, and just doing lots of really fun things that you guys are really going to find really interesting and really exciting. So we've come together with Bald and Bonkers. They said and suggested about me and Drew doing a show as part of them, and this will be starting on Friday at 11 p.m. UK time.
I can tell you something new, guys. You're in for a treat with Sherry and Drew.
It's going to be amazing.
These girls are amazing when it comes to Wicca and tarot card readings, and you'll be blown absolutely away with the knowledge that they have. Because sometimes I sit and watch your lives, and I don't usually chat in the chat. I just sit and watch your live sharing. You're talking about like the Wicca, and you're talking about magic, and and I just find it fascinating. It really is fascinating.
Yeah, and that's what this show's going to be a lot about, talking about different things, different aspects of magic and witches and stuff like that, helping you guys to find your spiritualities and stuff. We will be doing half an hour of card readings each show as well for a donation, obviously. So we're going to be doing that sort of stuff as well. So if you guys want to be involved, then tune in on Fridays at 11 p.m. UK time.
Yeah. And there's Bubbles in the chat there.
Hello, Bubbles. I can actually see you now. Hello.
But welcome new people. But this is obviously getting uploaded too onto a podcast in multiple locations on the internet. Well, imagine where we would be without the internet, you know?
Right.
But you think YouTube's got really quiet the last few weeks, Sherry? It's as if
say that again, Chris.
Do you not think that YouTube's got really quiet the last few weeks?
It has. I've noticed that there's a lot of people that are not really on, and people are not really streaming at the minute. I just think that everybody's going through those moments in a minute where they don't feel like doing much.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
It's weird because before the new year we had about 27 people in the chat.
I have noticed the chats are a lot more down at the minute, definitely.
It's weird. It's as if there's like a mental block. People don't want to be doing any lives or stuff, and it's a shame because there's a lot of good channels out there. So what channels can we give a shout out tonight? Let's start with a few. There's Drew's Paranormal Vlog, guys. In the internet and on the podcast side, guys, please check out Drew's Paranormal Vlog.
Yep.
And then we can't forget about Sherry's channel. Sherry, would you like to tell us?
Then you've got my channel, which is Paranormal World Investigators, and you've also got my company channel, which is Paranormal World Investigators Research Division. I specialise in all of the strange and the unknown, from paranormal UFOs to crypto. So that is my channels.
Yes. And we've also got some other people's channels we're friends with. We'll post the links soon. We've got Danny. Would you
Danny
like to tell
from Chasing Bones Inspectors.
Yes. He's got 2 channels now, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's also got, is it White Wolf, Danny Wolf?
He's got an exercise kind of channel, hasn't he? He's got he's got the exercise channel, guys, which you need to check out because it's quite good. Because he uses soup cans. Yeah, he does the soup cans for his exercises, and it's really, really good. There's Drew Zellingsworth. What's his channel again? Let me look that up there. These are a couple of seconds. He's trying to grow. Well, I'll look that up. I'll give me a minute or two. There's Drew's Candle Shop. It's in the chat, guys. Drew has actually got Drew's Paranormal Vlog. She's got a candle shop where she makes, well, obviously candles. But she's also got another witchy pagan shop, isn't she? She's got this look kind of...
Yeah, broomsticks and pentagrams.
Yeah. So, guys, if you're watching this right now, subscribe and tell us you've subscribed in the chat, and we'll give your channel a shout out. We're live for a whole hour, so come on. This is your chance, guys. It's good. You're talking to legends here. For 10 billion years, we've got to be on the moon. You know? I mean, what more could you possibly want, you know? But I'm looking forward to this Friday coming. I'm looking forward to the new show.
Really
yeah. It'll definitely be a good one.
Obviously, this show's just going to be us introducing ourselves and giving you a little bit of insight into...
Now, there we go. The Broken. There he's there. He's been subbed to us for a long time. Been subbed since day one. Yes, you have. The Broken. Wow. Guys, could you please check his channel out? That's actually a really cool name. I've always thought that's a cool name. Check his channel out. If you don't upload anything, it doesn't matter. Give him a subscribe. He's a great person. Give him a subscribe. There you go. See? That's all you do, guys. And you're getting a shout out, and this is getting uploaded on the podcast. Next Saturday, we've got a guest coming on from the Lizzie boarding house.
Yes. Our dear friend Colleen, who's used to work as a tour guide for the Lizzie boarding house. So she is an amazing gal. She has a lot of interesting stories. You'll definitely want to catch that one.
I'm actually going on the calendar to see who's on after the Lizzie part. There's actually, on the 22nd, we've got a ghost hunting team coming on. Sherry, you know who they are. Smith Family Paranormal.
I do, yep. They are two of the managers in my company that work with me and that. So, yeah, they're very cool guys, and you're going to be in for a treat for their interview. I'll be in here as well.
On the 29th, we have Iron City. No, we've actually looked into it. On the 29th, we've got the Chad podcast, so please check into that. I think we've got Iron City. I'll need to check this out.
On February 23rd, if I remember correctly.
No, 26th, because he's got a wedding or something he has to go to. So.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah, enjoy it. Yeah.
What is Drew's channel? The male one.
You talking about? Give me a
Drew Ellingsworth, yeah.
Drew Ellingsworth.
He just had to restart his.
He
Yeah,
changed the name.
I'm
That's why
asking
I'm
what
having...
the channel was so that I could get his link.
Yeah,
Living History Mysteries.
Is it Living History Mysteries? I think that's what it is.
Right, hang on.
Excuse a minute.
Living History.
Yep, there he
There's
is.
one second.
Yeah, is it?
I got him.
Yeah,
You got him? Okay, well I've got like most of the people in there that you said, but I couldn't remember what his was.
Is there any other guys? Come on, guys. This is your chance to get a shout out on the channel here. And
it doesn't even have to be about a channel. You can, if you got a book that's going to come out, if you're doing movies, this is your chance. This is your chance.
There's a lot of really cool channels. You've got Lunar Eclipse. You've got Free Souls Paranormal.
That's right. Lunar Eclipse, guys, please check out our channel. Three Souls Paranormal, please check out their channel.
You've got Woody, Witchy ODSD, Shadow Demon.
That's right. See what I mean, guys? We're wanting to do this every month, and it doesn't matter how famous we get. It doesn't matter how big this channel gets. In 20 years down the line, we will still do this every single month, once a month, for you guys. You know, to help you grow. Who else could we think of?
Did you say that you would? So what? You've got Chad Smith coming on to your show, or you're going on?
Chad's coming on to my show. No, on the 22nd, I think it is. Let me check the calendar. That's the. I see. You were on his show, weren't you?
Yeah, because obviously you've got Chad Smith and Chad, because obviously Chad out of.
Yeah, that's it. 29th of January. He's coming on.
Yeah, so Linda and Chad are on the 22nd then, and then you've got Chad Smith on the 29th.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. So I just want to see everybody's channels grow, because you came at YouTube's like now.
Well, I'm not being funny. You do have to put a lot of work in to make your YouTube channels work, and it does help when you've got the supporters and you've got people that help you to get out there. Like from the minute I started YouTube, my YouTube channel was about interview. Obviously, it's been about my paranormal and everything. That is who I am. But I would interview people and shout people out and do that sort of thing. So believe it or not, the most hardest thing on YouTube is reaching your first 1,000 people. You have to put so much work into it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
it takes ages. And when you've got good people behind you that will help you,
yes,
it is better.
This is why I wanted to do it, because in a way, we've just reached 1,013 or something subscribers, and I wanted to. Obviously, they people helped and shouted my channel out and stuff like that, and they helped us grow. So I want to put something back into the community to help, Of course, Dakota, you've got your channel. Have you posted your channel? Because you've got Specialists of the Strange.
He's in the room gaming. Specialists of the Strange. That is Dakota, guys.
Oh, you need to check it out, guys. He plays Halo and stuff like that.
As well.
Brilliant. I watch it.
You guys, a little something for everybody on there.
Yeah, guys, you need to check that out. We've got the Bald and Bonkers archives. This is like a backup channel where we load up all these videos, just in case that the government or they don't like our videos. At least they're going somewhere, where they're safe. We can still be okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just need everything updated here.
That's my brother in the chat there, Samuel Drew. Nice jumper, by the way. Yes, you're very welcome. I didn't say he got his Christmas present sent to him in the post. That's my brother, Samuel Drew.
Oh, that's good then.
I sent him socks.
What's up, Mike?
Mike!
Hello, Mike.
Now, there is a legend in the YouTube community, guys. Mike, the Naked Bigfoot. He is awesome. He is one of the best. Hope you're doing well, my friends. Oh, there's James Ramsey. He doesn't have a channel. It doesn't matter if you don't have a channel, James. We're still going to give you a shout out. James Ramsey, everybody. If you've not subscribed to him, go and subscribe to him. You never know, my friend. You never know. Get what I'm saying?
Believe it or
So
not,
not
it's
a
not
legend,
everybody
you're a
on here that have got supporters do videos and that. Some of them are just literally supporters, but they get lots of supporters through the rooms they go into, so it's good.
I actually seen them. I was absolutely blown away. I just don't know. See, thinking of others. You know what I'm talking about?
Thinking of others, yeah, Maggie, all of them. They're absolutely lovely.
He doesn't do any videos, but he's got over 1,000 subscribers. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, it's because of how lovely he is and because he's very supportive and very, very good at, when he's got certain channels he's dedicated to, he'll make sure he puts you out there as much as possible. He's really good that way. Yeah.
But Mike, you are a legend, my friend, and you've always been a guest on the show.
Exactly.
And you're amazing. And Drew, you're very welcome. I hope you enjoy your socks. I bought him socks for his Christmas. You know, he likes his socks. You know?
You don't have to have a channel to be a legend, believe me.
Yeah. Mike, the Naked Bigfoot, is very knowledgeable when it comes to voodoo and when it comes to all these kind of magics and stuff like that, which is amazing. And he's come on our channel so many times. So, Mike, you will always be a legend.
Never a dull moment when we have Mike around. My God.
Have you ever met Mike, Sherry? Have you ever met Mike?
I've seen him a few times in people's streams and stuff like that, yeah.
No. We'll need to try and get him on the show one night with you because he's one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my entire life. When he tells us stories about creatures and houses, and when he tells us stories about big feet, and then, it's brilliant,
There's a lot of interest in people on YouTube. It's just looking and
book release book show to March. Nice, Mike. I am looking forward to that.
We need.
What's that you were saying there?
Mike, his book that he's been talking about for months now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm buying that.
Yeah. I want to read that.
Me the link when it comes out, Mike.
Please, brother.
Please, because I want to read it.
And hi, Shrimp Shack.
Hello, Shrimp Shack. Has Shrimp Shack got a channel? Do you have a channel? If not, welcome. And if you want a shout out, please subscribe to Shrimp Shack. See? This is what this is for.
Support each other, guys. Yes. Even if you don't do any videos, it's okay to be supportive of each other.
Yeah, I just want to help. I just want to help people in the YouTube community because I know how YouTube is now. Because I don't know what it is because we reached 1,000 subscribers a couple of months ago, and then YouTube took them all off us.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's be like that because we didn't fork out the money. We grew this organically from the heart.
I get an email
like some people we know.
YouTube. We got an email for YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it, Dakota. Sent to me, and they were saying, we can make your channel bigger, but you have to pay for advertising and stuff like that.
I don't agree in doing that sort of stuff.
I've gotten those emails too.
Naturally, and that's how I've done it naturally through my own work. And that I don't. It's like you can get people that can pay for like their subs and that. I don't see the point. Like just be natural.
Yeah, you get people that's what you do. We'll get a lot on YouTube. I seen a channel the other day and I couldn't stop laughing. It had 100,000 subscribers in one video with 3 views.
Oh, thank you, Shrimp. That was my witch outfit. If you want about the red velvet top. Yeah.
What's that, Mike? It's titled
Dreams of the Buried House, Journey from the Mountains to the Afterlife.
Ooh, sounds
amazing.
I'm just getting the chills.
Right, we'll give you a free advertisement for this, Mike. Leave that up for a wee while. Please, where will it be available? Will it be available on Amazon?
Oh, I hope so. We can get the Amazon links and, make a little commission off of it.
No, I don't want any commission. I just want to see Mike, this book. Maybe they'll make a movie it. Right, Mike? What actor is playing you in the movie? Come on. You've probably got an idea. You've probably thought about it. Don't tell me you haven't. You've thought
Jack
about it.
Nicholson.
No problem, Drew's paranormal will be in 5 minutes, guys. Dinner was late. That's terrible.
Yep, Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Sweet.
Ooh.
Looking forward to that, Mike.
Right. I'm looking forward to that, Mike, because I'm going to buy your book. I'm going to buy a, what do you call it, paperback one.
Amazon and Barnes and Noble.
Damn, I wish I could get it signed by him. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Are you going to be able to get books? Because it seems like any time you tried.
Well, I've had to buy.
Yes,
I managed to buy your book. Only taking 4 weeks to come. I've had to buy digital downloads through the Amazon bookstore. It's the only way I can see it. But same with Elena's book, you know. What's that, Mike? The Naked Book? Yep, Amazon and Barnes Noble, Shrimp Shack, versus Arctic. That was it. What's that? Is it?
Talking about the day when I had to cleanse a house with some negative energies in it, I was in an attic at the client's house that was called Vanessa, which is also a friend.
Oh. My what's that? My publisher is amazing. Well, you know, I can't wait to buy this book. I'm looking for Scottish Outlooker.
Scottish!
Yes!
Yes, happened here.
No, you paint my face blue with a white stripe, you know. I actually know that guy, Scottish Outlooker. Hey guys, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Guys, please go and give Scottish Outlooker a subscribe to his channel. Even if you don't have any videos, Scottish Outlooker. We're doing a shout out night tonight for everybody. Especially going by Mike's Bigfoot book. What's that? Dreams of the Buried House, A Journey from the Mountains. Let's see the Journey from the Mountains to Afterlife. That sounds amazing, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh,
it does.
Some of my stories that we've already heard. My God.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh.
I'm already getting the chills just thinking about it.
So, ma. I'm going to order that. But when's it released? Is it in a week's time? Is it out now?
It said March.
March, right. Damn, I wish I had a time machine.
Right. I wish I had a DeLorean.
A DeLorean? I wish I had a DeLorean.
Go forward in time and everything just happens there and then.
We could go forward in time, get the lottery numbers, then come back.
Yeah, but when you come back, it changes the timeline, so it's not the same lottery numbers. It's a whole big thing.
You know.
But
guys, please, guys, share this live out, guys, because we're trying to get as much people to subscribe to everybody's channel, especially Sherry's, especially Dakota's. Dakota is actually right into gaming, guys, and I know some of you in here are into gaming. So please go to Dakota's Specialist is Strange and watch his gaming channel. I like lying in my bed at night watching his Halo videos.
Oh, he's just jealous because I have an Xbox Series X.
Yes, and if there's any multi-millionaires out there who want to make a donation, please buy me a seat.
Lunar Eclipse. Hello.
Lunar Eclipse, guys.
Lunar.
Amazing channel. Share your link, Lunar. This is what this live's all about tonight, is sharing people's lives. We're going to start doing this once a month now. Even if you're no subscribed or subscribed, we're giving you a shout out. For new subscribers, we're giving you a shout out too. And it's getting uploaded on the podcast. My brother, Dakota's Biff Tara.
What?
Well done. You can who Biff Tara is out of Back to the Future.
Oh, God.
McFly!
Oh, I was so disappointed when I didn't get that charity auction. My God. Funny, a Russian rocket was falling to the Earth this week at 88 miles an hour. Well, that's called terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Okay, Luna.
Terminal velocity. I've tried. I bet that's what you do in your car. I bet you're driving down the highway and you try and get 88 exactly.
Oh God, I would. Basically, there was like this charity auction not too long ago. It was a fully restored DeLorean that was up for grabs. So I put in a little bit of it, and just see if that'd be cool, but didn't get it. So I'm so disappointed.
No. So guys, share this video out, share this live out, if you're new, subscribe and leave in the comments that you're subscribed, and you're going to get a shout out, you know.
Can I also do a big shout out to Coughing Crew as
Oh,
well?
Drew is here.
Let's get Drew in.
All right. Oh, what?
We like horror and art and all that. Coughing Crew.
Oh,
Please,
I did not mean to mute you. I am so sorry.
I thought I actually thought I did it to myself.
I see, Dakota, he likes best.
It's my fat fingers. I'm running off of my phone so I can still do everything I need to on the computer while doing this show.
It's a Starship Enterprise in front of you because you've got control of everything, so it must be like the Starship Enterprise.
You should see my
Yeah, a little bit.
I've got my Windows 11 laptop, I've got my iPhone 12, and I've got my iPad at the other end.
Oh.
So I've got 3 screens.
Hi, Cass.
Yeah,
How's your day been?
Oh, I've been great.
I was talking to my sisters, Christopher.
I thought you said Chris.
Well, he is wanting to go by Christine now.
All right, Christine.
Wait, I wasn't supposed to tell that yet. Oh my god.
It's been a good day, sis. Like busy, but good.
Good.
Drew, we've shared
Okay,
the channel
sisters,
out.
Christopher, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Do you like your picture? Do you like your picture that's going
I
to the
love
moon?
it. I love it.
Would you want to tell everybody again?
I've still not showed everybody. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to show anybody the intro.
There's Chad Smith.
Okay.
We have Chad Smith.
Chad Smith, hello. We'll get him on.
Link out, guys. We'll make you
I'm going to share it as well, people, because well, it is watching upstairs. So we need to play the intro to show everybody what.
All right, well, we can do
Definitely
that.
need to time the intro.
All right. Here is the intro for the Lost Magics.
The Lost Magic.
Through earth, wind, and fire, it is here you will find the answers which you desire. Lord, now we await you in shadow. For your truth to be seen within thy letter, despite what many have thought to seek. The truth will always lead. Lord, now for the Bible. The lost magic has made its arrival.
You're going to love that.
That is our intro, guys, to our new show, which starts next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to welcome you.
I do apologise for the
Oracles.
funny, weird voices coming in over the video. That was me just mucking around, getting into my witchy fest.
I just like to say to Oracles, welcome, Chad. I've made you a mod. Please share your link.
Kathy Splash,
Oracles,
hello.
Oracles, I'm going to make Oracles a moderator. Could you please share your link in the chat, guy? Please, this is a night we're trying to help people's channels grow. If you're no subscribed, please give us a subscribe. Plus, could you please share your links in the chat? You know,
So yeah,
was well done. Thank you.
Stuff,
That's
like
gosh.
Northern Monkeys, hello, big shout out.
Hey, Northern Monkeys! He's a good friend. He's into right. Northern Monkeys, I'm going to make you a mod. Could you please give Northern Monkeys?
Have a beautiful Cassie's
Hello,
welcome, Kathy Splash.
Angel.
Hey, Kathy Splash. If you're new, please give us a subscribe and share your link out.
Samuel.
I'll make Kathy Splash.
We have Mike
moderator.
the Naked Bigfoot here.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Welcome.
Kathy Splash, I've made you a moderator. Could you please share your link out? Northern Monkeys, I've made you a moderator. Could you please share your link out? Listen,
That sounds
guys.
interesting, Northern Monkey.
Oh, he's great. He does mine exploration. He'll go into old mines, into old coal mines. You need to check his channel out. Brilliant. Absolute brilliant channel.
Well, definitely will.
Help each other out, guys.
Roll each other's
Which is
bones,
about
as our
growing
Uncle Daniel Whitewell says.
coming together.
Yes. Please share, roll your bones. Wait, you must admit, Danny is amazing at bringing up skid sayings like that. And it roll your bones.
Pups has got the best imagination ever.
I would say through Uncle Danny, he's brought a community together. Danny's been one of these people that, for all he's had his own community in the shamanism, the ghost hunting, the teaching things spiritually. I think when he opened his YouTube channel up, I think the spirits in his guides have made it such that we have all around the world came together in the one place, which is Danny's grove, which he made for us. Wolf Pack, which he calls our Wolf Pack, which is basically just the people that we trust to guide him to guide us, because he's an amazing person and he doesn't ask for anything. He just likes to guide people.
Danny is an amazing person. I mean, that grove that he made, wow. I mean, he did that nearly all himself.
You've got to do it yourself. Yeah, it's got to be done that way. That's how he had to do it while he was able to. Because something as spiritual as that, you've got to do it yourself. Mm-hmm. Him being the master kind of thing in the grove, he's got to do all that work himself, or it wouldn't mean anything.
Yeah. Nope.
And he did really good.
Just checking from. And remember, subscribe each other to each and one and every one. Dakota, have you posted, Drew, do you want to post your link again, please, so we can get you new subscribers for your channel? I would like to see Drew's paranormal vlog at 1,000 subscribers in the next month.
I'd appreciate it, guys, honestly.
You'll get there, Drew. Honestly, it's going to happen. Which I never thought it would happen to us. I never thought it would happen. And look at us now.
It just gets a bit downhearted when you gain about 16 subs, or maybe you've been on a live stream the night before and you've gave out good advice to people and things, and through that good advice you've gained like 16 subscribers, and you've worked for it because you've got people into your trust, and then because YouTube see it as maybe, I don't know, maybe they see it different, they take them off you. Yeah. So why is that? I mean, you've worked for it because you've gave people good advice.
But here's an interesting fact I'm going to let you all know about YouTube, right? And I found this out and I couldn't believe it, right? See, we've got 1,013 subscribers, but in actual fact we've really got 1,200 subscribers.
See, that's terrible.
You're probably at 1,000 subscribers now, Drew. But it's no saying that it's at 1,000 subscribers. It's the active members. You've got to hit the bell. So please, everybody, if you're new, subscribe to Bald and Bonkers, subscribe to Sherry, subscribe to Drew, subscribe to everybody. And that's good news. Northern Monkeys, please subscribe to Northern Monkeys because they've got a brilliant channel.
Yeah, it just gets downhearted, guys. Everybody takes a little wobble and decide to go off YouTube or something.
It's not easy to get to 1,000. Like, I sat on a certain number for a long time, and then suddenly it just went up and I reached my goal. A lot of it is putting work into your channel and working your arse off, which I have for 7 years. I haven't stopped.
I'm on the sorry, sis. I can't find my lectures.
There's a lot of inspiration. There's a lot of inspirational channels on here. There's a lot of leaders on here. There's not just one. There's many leaders and many people that people follow for different reasons. And you know,
we have all got an equal goal. We all came together at the time when the world was just going to shut down. So we've all got an equal goal, which we all came to realise once we got friends, and that is to help ourselves stay as a community, help each other, even bring people into our community and teach them that you can work through your problems in life through meditation, through some magics, through people underestimate the power of thought and the power of manifestation. You know, people underestimate that.
They do. I agree. I do agree in that.
Very true.
I used to do that from a very like from the beginning when I started my YouTube channel out. It was a lot of like reaching out to people and supporting people's channels and doing spiritual things to open people up and guiding them and doing that. And then through doing that,
Thank you, Chad.
Pups. That's how I met Pups, through doing what I do, because he found me an inspiration and inspired him, because I was, even though I was very backwards in what I'd done, because I was very sceptical because of the way I'd been treated in the past, he come and then he made himself known one day and was like, "You're very good at what you're doing. You're very gifted, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we've just had that link ever since. And he's always been a leader, Sherry. Everybody's always followed you, and you're like me. That's why me and him go so well as a father and daughter, I guess, because we are similar in the way that
I'd just like to say to Chad, thank you for subscribing to everybody in the chat, especially Northern Monkeys, Specialists of the Strange, Sherry, Drew. Thank you, everybody. Remember, keep sharing this out, gives us thumbs up, and everybody subscribe to everybody, because this is what it's all about. You know?
Yeah, Chad's awesome. Chad is really, really good.
I'll put my link up, right? I think I've found it. I'll put it up. I'm on the laptop.
I've put your link up for you, Drew. Your link's up.
Oh, did you get it? Thank you, Christopher.
Yeah, and I put it in the room earlier as well, sis. So it is in there.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome, Mara Talbot, Haunted Hellcat.
I've heard the Hellcat.
Oh, there's a face we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, I think she's one of our... Well, she used to be one of our regulars. I hope you've been okay, since we've not seen you a while.
Does she have her own channel?
I think she does.
The most important thing in any community is to be feeling like you're welcomed. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing worse than being in communities where you go in there and you're completely ignored. And I've had it. I had it when I first started out on YouTube. I'd go into these big channel names and you'd get ignored because they didn't think that you was important. And that's when I decided, you know what, I'll do it myself. I don't need you anyway. But you know, and through doing that, people come to me for advice and lifting up and that sort of thing. And I found that it was better. You know, not all of these big channels or what they make themselves out to be, they can be really, really nasty.
I would like to say to you, please check out Oracles and Beyond. She's got a really
an awesome
good
card
channel.
reader, guys. Awesome card
Through
reader.
time, you will get to know my journey. I'm going to share a bit of my journey with you next week when Sister and I introduce ourselves on our new show. And through time, you will get to a wee bit understand a little bit more about why we get into the magics and things. And I think through time, once you get to know me, you will be surprised at how much magic and witchcraft has completely turned my life around a full 360.
And I think that's for both of us, sis, to be honest.
Yeah. And it's something that we can teach you guys to do as long as you're willing to put the commitment in, show the dedication, and it gives you a full new outcome in life. It really does.
You're very welcome, Oracle. Please keep sharing your links, guys. Let's get yous up there.
What we're going to be teaching you and then learning you about isn't something that you can just walk into and then walk out of. Once you make a commitment to it, you make a commitment to it. That is just how it is, you know. It's not something that you can just turn off and turn on when you feel like it. It doesn't work like that.
That's why the first week's show will be introducing you to it.
We're going to learn you about that and learn you how to be who you are and find your right path, not just putting you into one. Like, there are so many paths to what we do that you could be any of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And just remember,
every witch has got a story, haven't they? We've all got a story to why we got into craft and why it happened. Some really good stories, some not so good. And
thanks, Northern Monkeys.
We found our light and our way in doing that. That's what happened to me. Like, I've always loved my witchcraft and that, but my witchcraft really started to fulfill when something in my life happened that was really tragic and not easy to deal with. You know what I mean? So You know,
Me as
we've
well.
all got stories, and
Yeah.
I think, you know, that'd be good ideas this, like, for our first show, just to do a little story into why we started it and how it benefited us. And
See, I've got a theory that, see, sometimes when you're in despair and you can be like, that despairing that you're praying to God, you're praying to a higher being to help you. I think some people mix up, and I'm not bringing down any religion whatsoever or anybody's God, but I think sometimes when people do these prayers and things when they really are desperate, and then they find a way out of it, they're too quick to say that it was God, Jesus, the angels. See, if they really, really looked deeply into it and meditated on it, they would probably find that it was their ancestor spirits around them that helped them. That's why I think a lot of people have to not put religion totally out their head, but start to realise that the spirits around you and your ancestors have got more of an influence in your life than you really do realise.
to be honest, it's a bit of everybody. It's the divine angels, it's your loved ones, like you said, your ancestors.
Yeah.
You know, all of them have a lot of say in what happens in your life, and that, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's very, really important to always, you know, appreciate all of it, not just one part, all of them, you know. So,
And
like,
it's an
for me, that's why I
amazing
don't really like to say, I just
It's
say goodbye.
amazing figuring it all out, isn't it, sis? It's amazing. There's nothing better than you doing a 3-day dedication, like, whereas it's just getting up every morning, dedicating the first hour of your day to say thank you, light your candles, do your blessings and different things. And there is nothing better than when the thing you've been working on for the last week, 3 days to a week, it comes true and you realise that nothing else in this world could have did it but what you did to manifest it.
Yeah, no. And it is the best
better
it is the best feeling in the world. Like, we've had situations and scenarios where people have been in situations that we've had to help with, and we've seen outcomes through the belief of what we do and what we present, you know. And it is a lot like that. It's not, obviously, the magic is the magic part of it, but the person that's magic is yourself. You're the being that makes the magic. You know what I mean? Like I said, like I say so many times, if you pick a wand up or you pick anything up, it's not going to work unless you put your intentions into it. It's you that makes that magic. The magic's in you. So
look how far you've came, Drew, since we started doing this. Since I met you for the first time.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Look how far you have come. I mean, look at the community you're involved in now. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing. I can't believe it. I mean, since I met Danny's highly. Since I met you, Sherry, since I've met Oigies, I mean, my world's just like.
It was definitely when we got introduced to Luna was first. Luna was the first connection because we met Citizen and then we met Luna through Citizen and then we met Sister Sherry and Danny. So we all get connected through the experience at Greyfriars. Inevitably, because that's where I met Citizen. So Mr. Mackenzie put that in place, of course, for us to all be together in one big community. Because that's where I first met Citizen. It connected us all, each other.
Well, I'm not being funny, but we've all been put here because of spirituality. We're all here, and we're all in this community, and we're all as one thing because of our beliefs. Even though we've all got different beliefs and different things we look at, we've all got one thing in common. We believe in the strange and the unknown, and we find it fascinating. That's what brings us as a community, you know. So we are more bonded than we expect, you know what I mean? And spirituality is what's got us all here. If that is seeing a spirit, seeing an alien, or feeling something, we've all come together for those reasons. We want more. That is what it is.
You every day. I mean, if you just listen, even if you just randomly turn your spirit box and things on like I do every other day, this teaches so much. They drop little clues to things. Like that time I was asking about the best communication to actually interact with them, and they told me amethyst and what was it? Dragon's blood. I mean, I had no clue what that was, but it shows that they do drop you clues if you ask.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do.
communicate. Yeah.
They do.
Well, it's an amazing journey, guys, and I just hope that you love taking this journey with the four of us, because
Can you imagine where we'll be?
Here, we've all been
But I
told.
do want to specify to you that when you come into our show, you coming into our show doesn't mean that you become a witch, okay, guys? You do have to dedicate yourself to becoming a witch. You can learn the ins and outs and how to find you. But in truth and in fact, to become a witch, you have to dedicate yourself to your faith, okay? We can learn you the structures, the ways to do it, but in the end, it's your say that makes it happen. You have
Guys,
to
it's a way of life. You have to commit, don't you, sis? You really have to commit to it. You have to really, really think about it, whether it's the path you want to take in life.
Yeah, don't
because
just
it is an everyday, 24 hours a day thing. For you turning your tea in the morning, to you cooking your breakfast, to you making your dinner, you can put so much intent into your family's dinner at night, stirring it, to make them have a happy night, a prosperous life. It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365 days.
There is no part-time witch. It's full-time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Literally.
I would just like to say to everybody in the chat, while we were all here, could you please go and check out Drew's candle shop? Here, Drew, how do you make the candles? Please do tell. I want to know.
See, what I'm doing right now is I'm not actually making these candles right now. There's a company out there that's called Darcy's, and she makes all the candles and things. And what we do kind of is get the custom and make games and things up where we play the games and promote them. But the candles are amazing, guys. Honestly, they're made of soya. And through time, I will be able to make my own candles and put them up in my shop. But that's just right now. This is just I'm doing this experience so I get the ins and outs of how this type of thing work more than anything. It's for the experience for me, for when I do start selling my own candles. But the candles are amazing, guys. Honestly, I would check them out, and the wax melts and things. They really are nice.
I'm just going to say there's someone else in the chat. I'm going to add Lex Paranormal as a moderator. Please share your link out in the chat. Please go and check out Lex Paranormal videos.
Welcome, Lex, buddy.
Hello, Lex. Yeah, no.
Hope you're looking after my doll. I want that doll.
Haunted dolls.
Right.
I don't know what it is. It's clowns. It's clowns. It was always that film that did it for me. What was the film? But it lived in the sewers. The first one. Is it Pennywise or whatever?
It.
Aye, the first one. I think the first one is scarier than this new one.
What
you want to blow Christopher?
Don't. That's that. Where's the eject button? I hate that film, man. I just don't know, you know. It's a crazy, absolute crazy film, you know. And I think that's what did it for me, for the clowns. I don't know how MD can collect. I just don't know how MD can collect dolls, especially haunted ones. I mean, can you imagine having Annabelle as a haunted doll?
I'd love a doll.
I would take her in a heartbeat.
So would that, Dakota.
Wait, then, here's a question for you. If Annabelle was in a glass cage right now, right, and somebody says to you, open it and grab Annabelle, would you do it?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
And you, Lex.
Cherry?
What?
They do it. Lex would do it. He's into that kind of stuff. So you're telling me, everybody in here, Cherry, would you grab Annabelle the doll out of her cage?
I would not grab Annabelle doll for the very reasons of what she's capable of doing.
I would open her cage.
That's professional and knows the ins and outs of her would know not to go anywhere near her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
well, I know the ins and outs there, and I would, because I would open her cage.
Funny, we're talking about Annabelle. My signal's going wonky.
I
would not venture in. I don't mind looking at
if that was worth Poltergeist, Mr. Mackenzie can be my best friend. I'm quite sure I could get Annabelle to be my friend.
Annabelle's a little bit different, babe.
Thing about Annabelle,
I think I could turn around.
Look what happened to the young guy and the young woman that went into the museum. To to see him. He threatened Annabelle. He got onto his motorbike the way home and killed the priest.
Annoyed her. Yeah. He annoyed her.
I don't know. Oh, well, rather you than me.
I personally would not entertain Annabelle.
I would.
I've got dolls that've got spirits attached to them, so I can't really say I wouldn't with dolls because I already have.
I don't know if that is it.
I would.
If you ever want to terrify me, lock me in a room with loads of haunted. I shouldn't have told Dakota that now. Because he will do something.
See, the only thing that's ever scared me is the image of the head vampire in the Omen film. Do you remember the old vampire that came up through the floor?
You mean the Nosferatu? The man with the big teeth?
You've showed me it before, Christopher, because you nearly made me take a heart attack live on panel.
Oh, you're talking about the bald, the very
Nosferatu.
It was Salem. It wasn't Omen. It was Salem. It was the Salem film where the big vampire boss comes up through the floor. That is the only image that has ever scared me in my whole life.
What about the nun?
Nah. I'd laugh.
Would you?
Aye.
You sure?
Yep.
I did find the films were a bit ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'd laugh.
I mean, so what's your favourite horror film of all time? Drew, you go first.
My favourite horror film?
Oh, come on.
The Brood. Fell way
The
back
Brood?
in the 70s. Uh-huh.
Sherry,
Because
favourite horror?
It really did change the gore of horror films.
Honest, I am not a horror fan. And there are certain things and context to the films that do not help with my spirituality. So for that reason, I stay away from horror.
Yeah, you have to.
I have seen certain things, like I've seen like Scream, and I've seen 13 Ghosts and stuff like that. But
yeah, I'd imagine you have to be careful of the images you put in your head because you astral project, because you could astral project.
Yeah, that as well, and it's just the fact that when I see it,
couldn't say things like that, Drew.
Oh no, you can't, Chris, honestly.
I know. I'm going to do that tonight when I go to do my astral protection. I'm going to end up in some castle or something like that.
Oh no, that's right.
I've done it one day, I sat there and I watched that film. What's that? Final Destination or something.
Uh-huh.
Like literally where the zip wires and that went through that person, and then there was that one where there was like a roller coaster going round and it come off the railing. Well, I made the mistake of watching it with my ex-partner, and then I got onto a roller coaster the next day, and I'm telling you, the whole way round that thing, all I see was that roller coaster coming off the railing and my head getting took off my shoulders and me going out backwards out the. I was screaming.
That sounds.
You've got to be very careful.
No, I don't do horror.
If you ask to
project, mad laugh.
You've got to be very careful.
Poor timing.
Okay then, Dakota. What's your favourite one?
Mandy.
Chucky?
With Nicolas Cage.
I thought you were going to say Chucky.
Actually, I like Christine the car film. Do you ever remember Christine the car film?
I've seen that.
I like
That's
that.
actually.
I like that.
Yeah. I always thought the Night of the Living Dead, the first one, the black and white one.
Aye.
I don't like
black and white films.
Yeah. I thought that made a good deal with that film.
Was that guy from way back in the 70s? He was in everything. He had like a right Dracula face. What was his name? He was in a lot of all the different.
Bela Lugosi?
70s. I see. I like him.
It's probably weird that I would know that.
Is it? But did you just say what was his name again? Did you say Bela
Lugosi?
Did he not have a mirror or something?
His son was at museum.
What's the story behind that mirror? What is the story behind it?
Did he jump? Did his soul no jump into it or something after he died, or people that died or something, their soul was going into it? I don't know. You'd need to really Google it, but there is quite a sinister story behind it. Aye.
Because seemingly anybody that stares into it are meant to be kind of tame or something like that, or maybe possessed or something, because I've seen stuff about it. You know?
I think you see your shadow self and things behind it, or your death state and things. I don't know, but there is something really weird. But yeah, I'd like to hang out with him, Lugosi.
What's that? Haunted Hellcat, what do you think of seances?
Seances. As long as you know what you're doing and you know how to shut it down and things, that's no problem.
Aye.
So much
Exactly.
like
Leave it
that.
open.
It's not any different than doing
making sure that all the protection is out there, making sure that you don't overstep the line, that you pay the spirits off. You know, things normally go quite smoothly until you do something silly.
Yes.
It's no different than doing a spirit box session, really. It's just that they're
really. It's a little bit more intense because it's not the spirit box, it's them. But yeah,
you couldn't pay me enough
more
to
powerful.
use a board. You couldn't pay me enough to use a spirit board.
I've gave up trying.
Where's mine?
As far as it goes with spirit boards and stuff, I don't do spirit boards. I won't entertain spirit boards.
My guy's blocked it.
I don't need to, in my opinion. I don't need to use spirit boards because I've got my own abilities and stuff. I don't need to use that to know things. So
yeah.
So Dakota, would you like to show everybody the picture that's going into space, onto the moon?
Yes. Like we mentioned before, for those of you just barely mentioning, Bald and Bonkers is going to be featured in a time capsule on the moon, and this is the special image that gets featured. We are going to be immortal.
Yes, for 9 billion years. Maybe longer. Yeah.
We have reached the sky, reached the stars.
Yep.
We have reached
we'll be on the moon, you know.
Yes. So you love us or hate us, and when you look upon the moonlight on your darkest night, remember we are there.
Looking back at you.
We need to get the coordinates so we can point everybody in the right direction.
We will all be up in the sky, forever mooning you for billions of years.
That's it.
Before we end the show,
getting away from us, believe you.
Paranormal Chop Shop. Welcome, Paranormal Chop Shop.
Welcome.
Right, I will maketh you a modest.
He is Chad's friend. That's not Chad's co-host. That's not Chad's co-host.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Please, Paranormal Chop Shop, please post your link. I have made you a moderator.
Welcome, buddy.
Welcome to the madhouse. We don't pay for your therapy. We are the therapy.
Yes.
I like that.
Literally.
We're all mad here. Don't worry. One day.
Yeah,
there we go. We should start that.
It's funny, but we've all got to be pretty mad to do the things that we do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
You've got to have a passion for these strange things.
It's good to be different.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could just say we're bonkers.
Yep.
We're definitely bonkers.
I mean, there is a serious things to things.
They got the hair to cover us.
Yeah. There's a lot of spirits out there really are struggling to decide whether they're dead, need crossed over and things. So it does get serious. So we'll not always be laughing and joking things, guys. No. But we'll get serious and talk about really things that upset you and show you that
it's good to have a laugh and let your hair down because some of the things you have to deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
I must admit, I'm looking forward to this Friday for the new show. I think it's going to be good. I'll be there, girls, by the way, but I'll be in the background running the show for you. You just do your stuff, you know. Because Dakota's got a concert you're going to, Dakota?
Yes.
Oh, I keep saying it.
I'm going to a stand-up comedy concert the weekend before my birthday. So I'm going to be out of town, so I don't know if I'll be able to make it back in time for the shows.
So tell me, what's the concert and who's the guy you're going to see?
Gabriel Iglesias, who's actually been following me for years, so it should be interesting.
Oh, did you get free tickets?
Maybe, we'll see.
Free tickets? No?
No, I didn't get. Well, technically I did. It was
That's terrible.
the concert is my mother's birthday gift.
Oh,
so thank you, Mom.
Is that you turning 15?
That is not nice.
No,
My mother was the other day. She's really nice lady.
What age will you be, Dakota? 26, 27?
I'll be 26.
You'll be 26, everybody.
26
You're the
and doesn't
youngest.
look a day over 40.
See, I'm 40 and I don't look a day over 90.
Well, I'll be 50 in May this year, so you can take the mickey out of me if you'd like. I'll be the
Dakota's
oldest.
going to get me back for that.
Oh, I thought
I
you were
know
in your
how
70s.
Dakota thinks. You know.
Well, I'm going to be 38 on the 16th of January, so not that far away.
Don't worry, nothing dramatically happens when you turn 40, by the way.
Well,
Nothing terrible happens.
Well,
my old auntie used to
nonsense.
say, you're
That's
only as
nonsense,
old as
because
the
you're
man
meant
you
to-
feel. And at that time, my partner was 15 years younger than me.
They say that your life starts at 40 years old.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I would agree with that, by the way. because
Mine,
it was
most
when I was
definitely, is going to
40,
be
I
starting at
started
40.
this path. I definitely would agree with that. Because it
My
was
was
when
just
I
gonna
was
say-
starting, and I'm
Aye.
coming into my 40s, and my life's just starting to pan out how it should be. So yeah, life does start at 40, I guess.
I definitely agree with that. What about you,
Yes,
Christopher?
Haunted Tale Kit. Yes, I'm just going to say Haunted Tale Kit. Yes, we still do UFO stuff. Check us in a Wednesday when we do live. Me?
yeah, we do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is 40 no the new 30 or the 20? I
The
feel
UFO
I feel
things
lost in
and
the
all that
crap,
never
you know.
stop.
I'm a bit when you get to my age, Dakota, you're going to look forward to it because your joints start to go kind of, I don't know, not as good working as they used to be.
Yes, I'm aware. I know I got another good 10 years before my eyesight goes away.
I've had
You know?
loads of mails run about me for years and years and years, and I can guarantee you, with analysing every single one of them when their mood started to be like where they settled down, want a family and things, and I can guarantee you between 30 and 35 years old is when males start to want to settle down, don't need their friends, don't need to party all the time. So between your 30s and 35 is when men start to kind of grow up. See, I've had a lot of... That's when they start knowing what they want out of life.
Aye, when we get to a certain age, we start having midlife crises and stuff like that. We start wanting to buy Ferraris. What was that you were going to say?
I thought you were going to say when they start having nervous breakdowns.
Well, if that's the case, then why did I have to break down in my 20s? And I think they can just happen whenever they feel like it, to be honest.
You worry, sis. I'm trying my hardest to save up and come down and stay with you a couple of days soon.
There's Haunted Hellcat is going to be 52 in 4 days. There you go.
Wow.
Happy birthday for when that happens, you know. We'll send the quote over, you can sing happy birthday to you.
Yeah, I bet it doesn't hurt.
Aye, it makes you wonder because I know an old man that lives across the road from me, right? He's 96 and he walks 2 miles every day.
That's how he looks after himself.
He does look at. He's in the cold weather. He doesn't go out much now, but 96. I mean, who was that famous actress that died not that long ago? What was her name? Dakota,
Betty White.
What was she? She was like a week off 100, would she know?
Yeah, she was 2 weeks off 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you a bugger that, innit? Really?
See, a lot of them.
Let's see how long before the Queen passes.
A lot of them swear by an aspirin a day, and I think it's a capsule called cod liver oil once a week and things. I always remember my old papa saying things like that. An aspirin a day and a cold. Sorry, I can't see it. liver oil.
That's all, folks.
What age was the Queen Mother when she died? Drew, what age was the Queen Mother when she died?
Was 100 and...
Why, she was 103,
104.
Yeah, 103 or something.
I'm predicting the Queen then will probably get to 103, 104 with the modern
I
technology.
don't think she will, because the Queen's got a lot of health issues going on at the minute, and she's been on the public eye a lot at the minute. She's deteriorating.
Can you imagine if we all wake up to the news tomorrow to find out the Queen is dead because we're talking about this?
I think she's gone downhill since Philip dying. I don't think that she will last. I don't think she knows how to survive without Philip.
Do you remember I told you way back that years ago the kings and the queens would take in like the witches of the street to heal like their gout, their ingrown toenails and things like that, right? Well, what about if these witches and things gave the royal elixirs, which you all know what an elixir is, don't you? Like basically a little spell bottle made with different herbs and things that you take a wee drop of it and it kind of gives you eternal life, okay? So what about if all these years ago when the witches and things, maybe even to this day, have still got secret recipes that they still sell only to Monica, Monica and these high up people, so they do have eternal life because they'll have the funds to pay for it, you know? Because a lot of these elixirs will have gold and different, really, really expensive.
Hello, Beth.
Hello. Whatever your name is.
I can't read her name.
Yeah, I think that's a very, very good possibility, by the way.
Wait a minute. Adventures with Beth. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. If you've noticed, a lot of the royal family and stuff like that, they last really, really long. Like, they die really, really old. And, you know, a lot of them have had underlying problems and that, so it makes sense. I've always thought this was peculiar to why they last longer.
Yeah,
Beth, could you share your link in the chat, please? So as you can
I think the witches of old have definitely gave them a couple of elixirs and things, or they sold them recipes for elixirs to have a wee bit longer of a life.
The question is when the Queen does pop her clogs, because let's face it, it's going to happen. Do you think that Charles will become king, or do you think he'll abdicate the throne to his son?
Yeah. Then again, I think William's not well.
There's a lot of speculation that Charles won't become king, that it'll go straight to William, because they're preparing William and Kate for the...
but he's got cancer.
Certain things so that she can be like his queen sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Hey, Stuart.
You know,
Donald.
to be honest, why would you put Charles on the throne when he's not going to be on it very long? He's already in his 80s or whatever. You might as well just have somebody younger blood and somebody that's going to be on it longer.
I think I watched something about William doesn't want to do it right now, but because he's not well, I think something about he's got cancer or there's something terminally ill with him that he doesn't want to do it. I don't know, I'm not want to put words in somebody's words that they not do, but there's something.
A lot of people don't realise, right, see when somebody becomes the king, a lot of stuff's changed. The money, for a start, all the money has to be recalled and changed, right? The money has to all change. The Queen's head will be whoever's king or queen will reappear on the money. A lot of stuff's aired, and a lot of people are speculating that it will go to his son to unite the country.
Yeah, no, I think it'll go to William. I do think that it'll be William that takes it over and that, and they're not going to want to have to do all of that after a couple of years. You know what I mean? To redo it again, and they'd rather just And they're prepared. Like, think about it. The royal family, from a very young baby, they're prepared to be royal, aren't they? Like, they're not allowed to do certain things. They have to live a certain way. They've got teaching and schooling. Like, I've been watching this documentary on the Queen from a young age going upwards, to now, and the stuff that she had to do, and like the schooling, she weren't taught in school properly like we were. She didn't know basic. She had to just learn how to be a queen and how to rule the world. That was it. She didn't have to do all of this history and maths and numbers and all that. It's not important to her. But in my opinion, when you've got royalty and you've got people that are in charge, I believe that they should be studied and educated in all of that, because they're in charge of other people's life. You know what I mean? They should be aware of all of it.
Yeah, of course.
But she
I can't
really
see
helped.
chat, guys. If Andy's talking to me, I can't see chat. Sorry.
I've never really been a big fan of the royal family. That's the problem. I've never been a big fan. But when I've watched this documentary, it's opened me up a little bit. Like I'm not saying that I like Queen Elizabeth, but I'm seeing Queen Elizabeth in a different way. That she didn't have an easy upbringing, and it was kind of put on her, because in fact, her father wasn't even meant to be king. It was because his brother stepped down from being king that he had to step. It was
that's right. He abdicated, didn't he?
Even her sister, tried, when she was younger, tried to step in and ask to be queen because Elizabeth didn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So.
But here's an interesting fact, talking about the spiritual sides of things. I wonder how haunted Buckingham Palace is.
I know,
that's really haunted, from what I've heard. That's meant to be.
I know Windsor Palace, that's haunted.
You've got spirits such as Anne Boleyn. You're more than likely going to have Philip there now. You're going to have Henry VIII. You're going to have all
I'd love to get in there, a ghost hunt. In fact, even the towers or something, I'd love to get in.
The towers of London are definitely haunted because of Anne Boleyn and all that, when she was yeah.
But isn't she supposedly showing up headless too?
Yeah.
She does. She does it at the Tower of London, and she's meant to have been seen walking. I think they said that she.
Yeah, when she died, I think she went back to Hever Castle.
Resides in. There's a house that the Queen resides in, and she's seen walking down there with her head in her arm, screaming.
Hever Castle was her place of birth. She was born at Hever Castle. That's where her side of the family was from. So when she married, and things, and then
she's not just seen in that place though. There is a few castles that she's been seen in.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. So when she died, they reckon that she went back to Hever Castle, where was our favourite place in the whole wide world. They reckon that she went back home, even though our spirit has been seen other places where she did resign. They think that our spirit is at Hever Castle 90% of the time.
I can't even remember that castle that you're meant to see her in. There's that one where she's meant to turn up in a horse and cart. With her head off her shoulder, she gets out of a horse and cart. That's at another castle. She's meant to have been a very well-travelled queen. She was
she turns up at away castles. She does turn up at away castles.
Yeah, she's in.
Yeah, she's in quite a few. She's
where she remains. That's where they reckon.
There's one castle where she particularly turns up, which is where she tried to run to escape, because she tried to escape her execution, didn't she? She tried to get away, and they found her, and they locked her in the Tower of London and that.
Yeah, so she
was ready to be killed.
I know.
In my opinion, she's a phenomenal woman. Yeah, and she's one that I follow quite a lot on. I'm quite big on the Queen Anne and things like that. I think they're phenomenal women. They are the women that made us women in this community today. You know.
Yeah, I think a lot of the British ghost hunter ladies that's who they kind of look up to, isn't it? It's
always been Queen Anne, Mary Queen of Scots as well. That's another one.
Yeah,
I'd have loved to have the Victorian days. I honestly would have, as long as I was rich and not a peasant. Sorry, I just wouldn't.
Here's an actually interesting subject.
I've always had visions that I was in. We've all probably had life in Victorian times and stuff like that. I've had visions where I was in Victorian time. That's why I'm into all of these old-fashioned clothing, and it just feels normal, natural.
Dakota was a Highlander when he was in his previous life with his big kilt.
Well, I know I've been in Edinburgh Castle before I even ever stepped foot in it. I knew I had been.
I thought you were going to go with it.
Yeah.
But no, actually, as you were saying in Mary Queen of Scots, I was going to say, see when Drew, when you first came up to my village, Douglas, and you went to the churchyard, you remember that? See that clock, that clock tower? That was given, the clock in there was given from Mary Queen of Scots.
Wow, see, shows you this.
One
shows
powerful
connection makes that there now.
She was one powerful woman.
Oh yeah.
Mary Queen of Scots, and like just her whole belief in the way that she was amazing. I know like the way that it ended wasn't a good way, but she was a phenomenal woman, and she changed a lot of the way people thought.
Yeah.
She was phenomenal.
So, before we close this down, do you want to play Sherry and Drew's trailer one more time for the people in the chat? And
why
exciting.
not?
Yay!
Thank you, Dakota. It's amazing.
Don't forget to tune in.
Through earth, wind, and fire, it is here you will find the answers of your desire. Lord, now we are waiting in shadow, for your truth to be seen within thy letter, despite what many have thought to seek. The truth will always lead. Long now for the Bible. The lost magic made its arrival.
There you go.
Yes.
Brilliant, innit?
Arriving
guys.
Friday, 11 o'clock UK time, guys.
So please, guys, tune in for that show. And thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. And once this is uploaded, please, if you've subscribed, leave a message in the chat below. And we'll try and give you another shout out through the week on Wednesday. Catch you later, guys.
Love you all. Let's see.
See you later.
Stay
See
spooky.
you next one.